Hey, welcome back. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is the Curiosity Compendium. Have you ever had a dream that felt incredibly real, but the logic of it was just broken? You're in a familiar place, but the walls are breathing, and people are speaking in a language of musical notes, and you're trying to read a street sign, but the letters keep swimming away. And when you wake up, for just a second, that strange, beautiful, utterly alien world makes a kind of perfect sense. What if someone could catch that feeling? Not just describe it, but physically bind it between two covers? Well, someone did. And today, we're going to explore the closest thing our world has to a physical artifact from a dream, the Codex Seraphinianus. It calls itself an encyclopedia. It's massive, over 300 pages, filled with stunning, full-color illustrations of everything. Flora, fauna, anatomy, machines, architecture, social rituals. But nothing in it is from our world. This is an encyclopedia of a universe that exists only in the mind of its creator, the Italian architect, artist, and industrial designer Luigi Serafini. He created it in the late 1970s, writing and drawing it by hand over nearly 2 years. And from the moment you open it, you are an explorer in a land of pure, unfiltered imagination. Let's start with the text, because it's the first thing that disorients you. The entire book is written in a unique, flowing script. It looks like a proper written language. It has the rhythm, the spacing, the paragraph structures of something real. Scholars, linguists, and codebreakers have spent decades trying to crack it. Is it a cipher? Is it glossolalia, a kind of written speaking in tongues? The prevailing theory, supported by Serafini himself in later interviews, is perhaps the most fascinating. It's a semic writing. It has the appearance of meaning, evoking the feeling of understanding, without actually containing decipherable information. It's a visual performance of language. For an engineer like me, my first instinct is to solve, to decode. But the Codex forces you to let go of that. It asks you to experience meaning rather than extract it. It's a deeply humbling and honestly liberating exercise. But the true heart of the Codex is in its breathtaking, bizarre illustrations. This is where Serafini's genius as a visual storyteller shines. You'll turn a page and see a botanical chart of impossible plants, trees that grow chairs at their ends, a flower that appears to be made of sliced meat, a plant that drips tears. Then you'll see zoology sections with creatures that are hauntingly familiar yet utterly wrong. A fish with the body of a light bulb, a crocodile with the legs of a horse, a sad-eyed creature that seems to be part mollusk, part bicycle. There are maps of cities with rivers that flow in impossible loops, and architectural diagrams for buildings that defy physics. There's a sequence showing two people making love, and slowly, over several pages, they transform into an alligator. It's absurd, it's grotesque, and yet it's drawn with the precise, meticulous detail of a Da Vinci sketch or a botanical textbook. This marriage of insane content with sober, scientific presentation is what gives the Codex its unique power. It presents its madness with absolute conviction. So what's the point? Why create such an elaborate, painstakingly detailed book of nonsense? This is where I find my personal connection to it. You see, I think the Codex is the ultimate act of empathy. Serafini has said he was trying to recreate the sensation a child has when they open a book they cannot yet read. They see the shapes of the letters, they feel the weight of the knowledge, they are captivated by the pictures, but the true meaning is just out of reach. It's a world of wonder precisely because it is not yet understood. The Codex Seraphinianus puts all of us back into that state. No matter how educated you are, no matter what languages you speak, you are suddenly that child again, wide-eyed, making up your own stories to explain the images. It democratizes wonder. As an immigrant, someone who has navigated between languages and cultures, from Bangladesh to the structured logic of engineering to the hustle of New York, I recognize that feeling. There are moments when the world feels like it's written in a code you're almost, but not quite, grasping. The Codex celebrates that space of almost. It's not about the answer. It's about the beautiful, frustrating, exhilarating search. In a world obsessed with data, with clear takeaways and actionable insights, the Codex Seraphinianus is a radical statement. It is a monument to the pure, useless, and essential act of imagination. It doesn't want to teach you facts. It wants to rewire how you see. It asks you to look at a pair of scissors and wonder, What if it grew from a vine? It asks you to look at the alphabet and see not letters, but elegant, mysterious sculptures. In my work as an entrepreneur, we talk about thinking outside the box. The Codex doesn't think outside the box. It shows you that the box itself is made of shimmering, ever-changing material, and that its corners lead to other dimensions. It is a masterclass in perspective. So, if you ever get a chance to see a copy, and it's been reprinted a few times, though it's still a treasured artifact, spend an afternoon with it. Don't try to get it. Just wander. Let your own mind start making its own connections, its own narratives. You'll be participating in a 40-year-old conversation between an artist and the deepest, most playful parts of the human psyche. It reminds us that before we explain the universe, we dream it. And sometimes, the most beautiful thing we can do is to commit that dream to paper in all its glorious, indecipherable detail. Thank you for listening to this deep dive into the world's weirdest and most beautiful book. I'm Luigi Serafini. If this sparked your curiosity, please share this episode with a fellow dreamer. For more stories that explore the wonders at the edges of our understanding, make sure you're subscribed to the Curiosity Compendium from Light Not Studios. You can find more of our work and support the show at lightnotstudios.com. Until next time, stay curious.